Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone. I am Dr. Roland A. Drolet, PhD in Biomedical Engineering from the University of Toronto, 1971. I am the developer and inventor of the RUMART PEM system that has helped over 1 million people all over the world who were suffering from all kinds of health problems. Today I'm with my son, François Drolet, gold medalist, Olympic gold medalist in Nagano, Japan, in short track speed skating. So now I'm going to show you in a little more detail the 7 golden rules, okay, as I just mentioned, to help reduce health costs by 1/3.
To be healthy and happy.
That's right. So the first item, the first of those golden rules that I've called golden rules because this is very important, and we have to be aware that this cannot happen without people accepting the responsibility of their health and not waiting for others to solve their problem and to tell them what they do. They have to accept that their health and life is their responsibility. But unfortunately, some people were born in places where they are poor, difficult, and the family situation is not evident. So this is all the importance of education. Okay, so education becomes before health. Okay, so actually, about the 7 laws of self-care. This is in the RUMART journal. This is page 144 of RUMART journal number 3. This is available from the internet on the website roadral.org, and on the left menu just going to Roadral University, and then you will see under this you will see RUMART journals, and you can download them. This is the English version, and you will see the 7 laws of Dr. Tom Ferguson, which are published in a magazine called Medical Self-Care. That's the name of the magazine, okay? So this here is the RUMART journal, the French version. So the English version looks like it. And you can download or simply look at the page 144, and it'll be in English, the 7 laws of self-care by Dr. Tom Ferguson. Okay. So I'm not going to list all of them there, but I will maybe just state his first law. He says that everyone is his own doctor. The people solve 80% to 98% of their health problem themselves. So why not continue? So that, he goes much further than I go in my conferences. But he is inspiring, and with all the 7 rules that he states there, it's a key for really getting this world to be more healthy and happy, independent of politicians at the top. Too much are for their own interest and making money or all kinds of self-interest. So the people, this is something that has to come from the base, okay? And I would say that this is the base of a happy democracy, because it's by the people, for the people. But for thousands of years, 2,000 of years, when Platon Plato, I should say in English, invented the word democracy. He said that it would work best if it is governed by wise people. But name me the wise people who are governing countries, and I think you have enough fingers to name them all. Okay, so enough for the first these 7 laws really. The second golden rule is physical and mental exercises adequately used. So sometimes I mentioned this doctor in Quebec City who had a call, a radio show, who had a call, and the lady asked, if I have only 5 minutes to exercise because I'm so busy, what exercise, what do I do? So after a couple of seconds, the wise doctor said, Madam, you do mental exercise, and you relax, you calm down. If you have 5 minutes, you do it 5 minutes. You have 10, you do it 10 minutes. So it's important to realize that people within 5, 10, or 15 minutes, if they can, at work or at lunchtime, if they just take a few minutes to relax and get down to themselves, meditate, and close the door or close the cell phone and just calm down, it is worth so many things, you know. Yeah. And it is just one way also of relativizing whatever problem or jobs you have to do. So you just take a moment of relax. Okay? So the third law here, it is very simple. It says that when one is in physical danger, use the emergency services. I've seen a friend of mine, when his daughter had pain in one foot. She was crying and with pain, and his wife was in natural medicine, so she gave her herbs and different things, and so after a few days she was still crying and with a lot of pain, could not walk, but the wife wanted to use other natural medicine. But the nutritionist, PhD, at some point, he got sick after about 4 days. He said, listen, it's all good what you're doing, but it doesn't solve the problem. So let's go to the emergency. And you know what she had in the foot? She had a needle, a little needle. So no matter what you try, if it doesn't work, be humble enough or realistic enough to try something else. It makes me remind of those Russian and American, and the third one, I don't know if it was German. So they were talking about, one was if it was best to be optimist or pessimist, and there were 2 of the 3 that were optimists and pessimists. And the third one, who happened to be the Russian in this saying, he said, I'm neither of you, I am realistic. So sometimes we have to be in the middle, not to the extreme. That's again what is taught in Buddhist, Tibetan Buddhist and basic Buddhist, and that's what was taught in the Catholic religion when you use the simple virtue is in the middle. La vertu est dans le juste milieu. They were saying the same thing. But somehow we have to visit some extremes to know where the middle is. Yeah. But this is a difficult experiment, and it's not for everyone. Okay, so refuse to take the 4th law. This is my saying, refuse to take non-essential food and drugs. Of course, there are drugs that can save your life. If you have a car accident and your car is beating tachycardia like crazy, there are some drugs that can relax you down until you get to surgery. They solve the problem. There are drugs that can kill you too. So this is something you have to realize, that drugs can save your life sometimes, but they can make your life terrible, and they can make you patient for life if you take the drugs for long. Of course, there are a few exceptions. Some people who just can't live normal life without taking some drugs. They have tried all kinds of things. We cannot deny that some people are dependent on this. But this is something that we should not accept as a rule, okay? So I say non-essential drugs are to be avoided, and do something else. Run, do physical exercise, mental exercise, and check this Dr. Tom Ferguson, and you get plenty of ideas. The fifth law that I just wrote here is use a well-diversified and adapted diet. Today on. Forget about the past.
Yeah.
Today on, decide according to what you spend on energy, exercising or work. You have to adapt your nutrition. And you have to adapt to what your system can take. Because a lot of people can absorb certain nutrients, others cannot. So, what do you call it? Food allergies or what? Today we talk about so many food allergies that are not real allergy. Sometimes I think it's dependent on so many drugs and so many things that people have done before, and they have, for instance, reduced the capacity of their immune system. When they were a child, they had lots of vaccine. I'm not a judge to tell people to take vaccines or not, but I know that when you have all types of shots at once when you are a baby, sometimes your immune system is depressed for a long time. Mm-hmm. But this is something for you to judge. The importance of taking a diversified as much as you can and adapted diet. For instance, personally, I've adapted to eat wonderful salads with the help of Francois, who is a champion in this, I would say, and with some proteins, nuts, and not to go nuts about it, but to take nuts. Because, I mean, we have to be aware that even if it's not, if you eat only that, it'll be too much. Like some friend of mine living near us when you were very young, they adopted a diet, and raisin diet, grape diet. They would eat only that. They got very thin, and after some time they got sick, and they had to realize that protein is something that is essential.
So diversified, well-balanced diet.
That's right.
Really helping.
Yeah. So 6.1, enjoy life to the best of your present view. So that's so important. Whatever you do, do it with a smile, or if you don't express a smile all the time because they will think you are crazy or too happy, they will be jealous. But have an internal smile all the time. So this is
going to have an effect on your health.
Yes, and it's going to have an effect on other people, and it's magical, okay? So enjoy life to the best of your present view, because depending where you are, you know, if you are an artist and what you love most and what makes you most happy, like Celine Dion, okay? She likes singing, whether Renee is there or not. If she stops singing, she would be unhappy. Mm-hmm. But who could do what she does? You know, she is some kind of a Buddha, you would say. But that's for her to judge. Anyway, and the seventh golden rule, since it's the rule that I wrote myself, of course, I talk about the use of relaxation and anti-inflammatory system, like the rheumatoid approach one, to help prevent and control over 80% of all known health problems, either acute or chronic one. I'm not saying that this will solve all these problems automatically, because it takes time. But it's a tool, like a bicycle is a tool to get somewhere, like a car is a tool to get somewhere. Some people in natural alternative medicine or method, some are taught, like some mesotherapy schools, they are taught never to use an instrument But these same guys jump in their car, they use an electric razor, and they use instrument. But when it comes to their health, it's somehow they feel they are not competent to use a health instrument. But we have shown with the remote system for over the last 36 years that this can help just about everyone on earth. But if only they experiment it, not just try to use the formula, stupid formula, but they use it in different times of their life, and they can see that it's a basic tool like exercising or eating. It is as basic as exercising, eating, or physical exercise, because it is a tool that will help the communication in your nervous system, which is the fastest system, is the nervous system. If you think of the food system, it takes a few hours to have a direct replenish effect on the medium. But a long-term effect, changing your diet, it will take weeks and a few months sometimes to really see a difference. But with the remote system, it's a matter of seconds and minutes. But you have to learn to use it intelligently, according to the reaction of your own body. Okay? So you become your own doctor. So, of course, we have millions of people taking advantage of this system, either in the clinic or at home. We have sold about 11,000 systems in over 20 countries in the world. And maybe 300 clinicians work every day with this. But it's so different to depend on the doctor to give you a session. It can help, but it will never do much as compared to what you can do yourself if you accept the responsibility and you learn to use this tool.
And if you do it on a regular basis
yes,
as well.
Just as you learn to ride a bicycle. It was impossible when you were little. Then it was easy. Ride a car, it was, so you have to learn it, okay? The last rule that I didn't give a number because it doesn't need any number, I said, smile. The whole world is improving when you smile. This is realizing that not only helps you, but when you smile, even if you don't feel that good that day, okay? Of course, if somebody asks you how you feel, telling them that everything is well when it's not the case, it's not the thing to do. But just taking the habit of smiling to everyone on the street, it'll have an effect on the people, and people will recognize you. Because especially in a big city, people tend not to smile to everyone because somehow they are afraid of other people. But if you smile to somebody, you realize that it's automatically a friend. And if this person is not happy in herself, she won't respond sometime. But after that, probably in a second, a minute, she will ask, well, why did he smile at me?
Can we say that if we smile, we're less stressed, and in the same way, the natural body works better?
Yes,
the immune system and everything works better?
Definitely. And this is related also to the power of thought over the body. Just think in hypnosis, for instance. Just saying that to a person under hypnosis that he is eating the most wonderful orange that he ever ate while he is eating a lemon. Okay? And so the power of thought is so important on the physiology of the body. So that's why being positive as an habit and meditation and trying to be always happy inside, it improves your physiology. Yeah, that's for sure. Okay? So Thank you very much for listening, and
Thank
that
you.
was a pleasure to do it with you.
Thank you.
So, that's the end of this clip. Thank you for your attention. I hope you enjoyed it. And please, keep smiling till the next clip.